WW1X here, and today I'm at KPH, the historical radio receiving site that was formerly part of the Marconi network and was also owned by RCA. Operated through most of the 19th century until 1997, when it was shut down as the last commercially operating radio telegram station in the United States. This is the receive site, and the transmitter site is about 20 miles to the south, which I will go check out later. But for right now, we're going to go into KPH, and I'm going to talk with Richard, and going to get a demonstration of the KSM, and also so KSM is the commercial station, and K6 KPH is the amateur call sign operating on the bands here. So maybe I'll get to operate a little bit.
Comes around again. Okay. So that's the repeating message called the wheel. Says this is KSM.
Yep.
Tells what channels we're working, which is 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 22, as well as 500 KC. Then give us a call. We'd be happy to take your business. So we took over at 1900 Greenwich Mean Time. I'll put that in the log. That was the motto of one of the famous station managers of KPH, revenue for the company. And of course we could charge for services at KSM.
Because it's commercial license, right?
That's right,
yeah.
But somehow our billing department never gets around to sending the bills. So when I answered him, unlike what would have been the practice when the station was in full operation, when I answered him, I transmitted on all frequencies from 4 megs to 22, so that people who are listening to KSM would be able to hear that we're working a ship. At least they'd hear one side of it anyway, even if they weren't able to hear him directly on 16.
So they know you're active.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course in the commercial service it's always duplex, so he's transmitting on a different frequency than us. He's calling on a calling channel. Oh, and we're transmitting on
same band, or
in the same band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That will tell you which is the switch there that says WCC and KPH and both. So we want to actually use that. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
My key. So that was a pretty incredible experience, and now I'm going to go down to Bolinas, right down the coast, down to the transmitter site. Here, that's going to be pretty impressive.
Was part of the rigger shop, so there's guy anchors, insulators, pole line hardware, and things, which we go to those shelves and pick up things when we're fixing antennas. Here are 2 transmitters that were never here, but were almost here.
Okay.
These are press wireless PW15s. These came from KFS, the Globe Wireless, then ITT, and then Globe Wireless again station in Palo Alto. And these were originally used as point-to-point circuits. then later, in their later life, were shipped ashore. So we restored them, and if we had known you were coming earlier, we would have done what we call our shock and awe demonstration. This would be operating, carrying the KSM traffic.
Oh, that would be cool. Okay. Yeah.
And these are triodes, so the neutralizer capacitors are in front, some other plates that swing in and out for cross-coupled neutralization. This one is pretty much cleaned up. We need to put some stuff back to actually get it working.
Oh, these are hollow, huh? They're just like tubing.
Yeah, tubing. Yeah. And some of the fittings on here actually look like pipe fittings. So you wonder, was this an earlier model of this actually water cooled, and they used the water circulating through the coils to get to the tube jackets.
Have to use what, just deionized or distilled water or something?
Distilled water, and then you also need usually glass or pipe, ceramic tubes in a coil to extend the leakage path. So these were developed in the 50s. The filament, grid, screen, and anode. And RCA developed these, and they were used in their VHF TV transmitters, 10 kW TV transmitters. So it's are good, and parts from some of the 1940s vintage transmitters that were out in Building 1.
Wow.
And I didn't mention, but the press wireless transmitters are from 1942, actually. The nameplate on them, the signal corps nameplate is from 42. The old, the backup 500 kC transmitter, which we're restoring, which was out in one of the outbuildings and could be switched into use, and a brass plaque from building 1, which was put there to commemorate the Alexanderson alternator. And one of the tubes from the BL10 transmitter. This actually a type that would be used in 50 kW AM broadcast transmitters, which that is pretty close to 40 kW at 500 kC. So that was the final amplifier, and it was grid modulated and CW keyed. Circuit. So this is the antenna number. It's azimuth, so it was a rhombic, the azimuth, and then where this is to take it apart and slide it forward. So this is a roller inductor, essentially tunes from 3 to 24 megahertz. Vacuum variable capacitors track the tuning. That goes out. This gray box is a TVI filter, broadcast filter.
Yep.
Balanced 30 megahertz broadcast. And then it goes out to the open wire lines out all the way to the antennas.
Yeah. So here's the amplifier that I was operating with the receive site. Nobody's on it now. Maybe you can see here it's on 40 meters, right? coming over like a phone patch, right? Or
Yeah,
not
exactly.
phone patch, just a
Dial-up.
phone line. Yeah.
So these are